有没有哈？
没有。
谁要去看？玉柔，你 OK 吗？你走掉的话，你去看一下法律机一下。谢谢你啊。Hello，你们，阿美丽。阿美丽。
看啊，最后确定啊，看啊。Good morning, I'm Francine, and you are now watching UCSI Radio News. I will be your anchor for today, bringing you the latest updates on local news, entertainment, world affairs, a special report, and live updates. Let's begin with our first local news story. On March 7, the manager of KK Supermart in Ipoh was caught on CCTV pouring hot water on stray dogs. The incident sparked public outrage, with many calling for stronger animal cruelty laws. The authorities are currently investigating further. KK Supermart has now fired the employee involved and is covering the medical expenses.
On March 7, a KK Supermart manager in Perak has been caught on CCTV pouring hot water on stray dog outside the door. The footage went viral on social media, and the incident took place at the Jalan Besar Melembu outlet in Ipoh. Animal activist Siti Fauzia Jabbar have reported to police and ensured the dog received treatment at Faith Veterinary in Subang. KK Supermart condemned the act at their Facebook page and conduct an internal investigation. Also, they fired the employees. The company also pledged to cover the dog's medical expenses. The incident has sparked public outrage, with many calling for stricter animal abuse laws. Authorities are expected to investigate further, while the injured dogs continues to receive care.
Two men were caught by the Malacca Islamic Affairs Department JAIM enforcement team for eating during Ramadan. Rahmat Mariman stressed that even for health reasons, Muslims are still not allowed to eat or drink in public places. Those found guilty can be fined up to 1,000 ringgit or jailed for 6 months. As of March 8, JAIM has conducted 11 raids, inspecting 127 eateries and arresting 8 for violating fasting laws, and will continue to carry out enforcement operations. The Malacca Islamic Affairs Department JAIM recently raided a food store in Bukit Nanmei and caught 2 men secretly eating during fasting hours. The incident occurred at 11:05 a.m. on March 8, where officers found the men, both about 50s, enjoying teh tarik and toast in a hidden corner, claiming they were unwell. According to Datuk Rahmat Mariman, they also allegedly locked the back door to prevent officers from entering. JAIM stresses that health issues do not justify public eating during Ramadan. Under Section 49 of the 1991 Malacca Islamic Law, offenders face fines up to 1,000 or 6 months imprisonment. As of March 8, JAIM has conducted 11 raids, inspecting 127 eateries and arresting 8 of violating fasting laws. Next, let's take a look at the latest updates on the flood situation in Sabah. The flooding in Sabah continues to worsen, with the number of affected individuals in Sabah and Sarawak rising to 4,563 as of March 7. Currently, around 5,000 victims are seeking shelter in disaster relief centers across the region. Rescue operations are still ongoing, and authorities urge the public to stay informed about the latest developments.
The flooding in Sabah, Malaysia has continued to worsen since March 7, with the total number of people affected in Sarawak and Sabah rising to 4,563. As of 8 p.m., the number of flood victims seeking shelter at Sabah relief centers had risen to 4,555. The Sabah Disaster Management Commission said in a statement that 1,162 people from 435 families were housed in 8 relief centers in Tenom. 4 relief centers were operating in Beaufort, sheltering 1,719 people, while 2 centers in Mempakut sheltered 896 people.
On March 11, a tornado struck Damaria, Sikinchan, damaging over 20 houses. This marks the second tornado in just 5 days. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. Local authorities and rescue teams have begun relief efforts, providing aid and shelter to affected families. As the community comes together to rebuild, those wishing to help can reach out to local rescue organizations.
A rare tornado struck Damaria Sikinchan on March 11, severely damaging over 20 houses. This was the second tornado in 5 days, following an earlier one on March 6 that damaged about 10 homes. Residents were shocked as the powerful wind tore off rooftops and destroyed walls within minutes. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. Eyewitnesses described seeing a flash of lightning before the sky dark, followed by the strong swirling winds. Many residents had no time to react and could only take cover. One resident said, "The wind was so strong, and suddenly my roof was gone." Local authorities and rescue teams responded quickly, relocating affected families to temporary shelter and assessing the damage. Clean-up efforts are underway, and the government is working to assist those in need. Despite the destruction, the Damaria community is coming together to rebuild. Relief efforts continue, and those who wish to help can reach out to local aid organizations.
The government is exploring the reinstatement of the travel ban on PT-PTN loan defaulters and the establishment of a blacklisting system to improve loan payment rates, but no final decision has been made yet. Previously, PT-PTN loan defaulters were banned from traveling abroad, but this restriction was lifted in 2018. Let's hear more from Mustafa Mohammed.
The government is considering reinstating a travel ban for PT-PTN loan defaulters. According to the National Higher Education Fund Corporation, PT-PTN, Chairman Dato' Mustafa Mohammed, he stated that while no decision has been made, authorities are exploring ways to improve loan repayment. Previously, PT-PTN defaulters were barred from leaving the country, but the restriction was lifted in 2018. With repayment rates still a concern, stricter enforcement measures, including possible blacklisting, are being discussed. Now, let's hear what Mustafa Mohammed has to say. Stay tuned for further updates.
Kita sebenarnya sedang mengambil kira pendekatan ini, dan setakat ini kita belum lagi memutuskan sama ada kita menggunakan sekatan ini atau tidak. Oke, terima kasih.
Next will be our special report. We are honored to come to Central Market to interview 2 henna art experts, Diva and Mina, who are not only skilled in art, but also committed to promoting this traditional art. Henna is not only a body decoration, but also carries culture and history. From the blessings of Indian weddings to the popular modern designs today, every stroke contains unique meaning. In the interview, the 2 experts share the origin of henna, personal experience, design techniques, and how to get started with this unique art. How did henna go from tradition to modernity? What is its artistic charm? Let us walk into this fingertip art and feel its unique charm.
Henna, more than just a beautiful body art, it carries deep cultural significance, particularly within Indian and Middle Eastern tradition. But what does it truly represent? Today, we're at Central Market to speak with experts, Diva, the owner of Unique Art of Henna, and Mina, a skilled artist. Let's explore the meaning, process, and timeless tradition of henna art.
This one is Indian traditional. It's the special culture. Starting is now the old generation is only for the using to the wedding. Wedding then do henna is like a blessing, then good luck, like this. People don't all everybody can do into the big henna. This is traditional one. Traditional henna is only for the occasion, like a wedding, so any functions, the Pauli, so the like engagement or so others, any parties can do like the biggest one. But now this is people's a smaller one do. So now the new generation, then so Google also coming to the small designs, the tattoos designs like this can do lah. But actually is a tattoo designs. It's not the traditional one. Traditional is a different. Some bridal henna is just very small designs, means 2 hours, 2.5 hours is like this. But like this do henna is like a 5 minutes only. The small one only 2 minutes can do.
Depends on the design lah. What design they do.
So details, more than the details. More details means timing like this.
Timing a bit late.
While the time needed for a henna design varies, the art itself also carries different names and style across cultures.
So now the Japanese is talking to henna tattoo. And here Malaysia is the inai. Indian talking to the mehendi. Is the English is the henna drawing only.
Henna has unique identities and it even comes in 3 distinct colors.
Traditional color is this color. It's a black color. One is a brown color. Complicated means is 1,000 ringgit also have. So is the price is the 130 is one hand. So same designs are just little different only. So the price is same. This is the details also same, but just the designs little bit different. So the details then price.
Cost of a henna design depends on its intricacy. The more detailed, the higher the price. But for those interested in learning, where should they start? We asked Diva and Mina how beginners can begin their journey into henna art.
Then I just telling, so you must draw to the paper. Then after then you hand draw. Then you like this learn lah. You must practice. Yes, how to practice. Okay, the starting is like a bulat like this, you know, the round. Okay, so I sit teach like this. This is first the round. Okay, after then you must the line like this. Okay.
Drawing the lines.
After the flower also many types the flower. So you must practice to the flower like this, step by step. Yes.
Henna is more than just an art, it's a tradition, a form of self-expression, and a skill passed down through generation. Whether as a profession or a passion, this beautiful craft continues to flourish. A special thanks to Diva and Mina for sharing their insight with us, and thank you for watching. Until next time.
We wait you at Central Market. G61.
Now for world news. Ukraine has accepted a US-backed 30-day ceasefire proposal and agreed to talks with Russia in Jeddah, marking a potential turning point after 3 years of war. Former President Donald Trump has signaled his intention to help end the conflict. However, just hours before negotiations, Ukraine launched a major drone strike on Moscow, resulting in 3 deaths. While Ukrainian officials insist they seek peace, Russia's response remains uncertain. With both sides under pressure, the world is watching closely to see if this could be the first step toward ending the war.
Ukraine endorsed an American proposal for a 30-day ceasefire and agreed to immediate negotiations with Russia in crunch talks in Jeddah on Tuesday, after 3 years of grinding war. The positive response from Ukraine prompted President Donald Trump's administration to lift a freeze on military aid and to predict the beginning to an end of the conflict. With Trump reaching out to Moscow, Ukrainian officials came to talks in Saudi Arabia eager to make up and had proposed a partial truce on air and sea attacks. Since the US cut off of aid and intelligence sharing, Russia has stepped up attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure and seized back land in Russia's Kursk region, which Ukrainian forces had infiltrated.
Ceasefire, Ukraine, ceasefire, just agreed to a little while ago. Now we have to go to Russia and hopefully President Putin will agree to that also, and we can get this show on the road.
Hours before the Jeddah talks, Ukraine staged a major direct attack on Moscow, with hundreds of drones slamming into the capital and other areas, leaving 3 people dead. Top Zelensky aide Andriy Yermak said in Jeddah that Ukraine had made clear that its desire is peace. According to Yermak, Russia needs to say very clearly they want peace or not, they want to end this war which they started or not, and Walz, who said he would speak in the coming days with his Russian counterpart, credited the Ukrainians with agreeing on the need to end the killing and to end the tragic meat grinder of people and national treasure.
Next, let's turn to entertainment news. On March 11, Korean media speculated that the late actress Kim Se-ron's death may be linked to actor Kim Soo-hyun, alleging that their relationship began when she was just 15. This shocking claim has sparked intense discussions online. So far, Kim Soo-hyun and his agency have not issued any statements, leaving the public divided. The controversy has also reignited the important discussions on the protection of minors in the entertainment industry and the responsibilities of those in the spotlight.
The South Korean entertainment industry is facing controversy. On March 11, reports claimed that actor Kim Soo-hyun had a 6-year relationship with the late actress Kim Se-ron, which allegedly started when she was 15. This news has caused strong reaction online. Kim Se-ron became famous as a child actress, but her career declined after a DUI incident in 2022. In February 2025, she passed away at the age of 25. After her death, media reports suggested she had a secret relationship with Kim Soo-hyun. Kim Soo-hyun is one of South Korea's top actors, known for My Love from the Start and One Ordinary Day. He usually keeps his personal life private, but these allegations have put his past relationship under public attention. According to reports, Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Se-ron allegedly started dating in 2015 and broke up in 2021. Some media also claim that he may also have similar relationship with 2 other actresses. However, no solid evidence has been provided. So far, Kim Soo-hyun and his agency have no responded to this claim. Meanwhile, the controversy continues to spread on social media. Some people criticize the alleged relationship because Kim Se-ron was very young at the time, while others say more proof is needed before making any conclusion. Many people are now waiting for an official statement from Kim Soo-hyun or his agency. If the allegations are true, his career could be affected. This incident has also sparked discussion about celebrity relationship and protecting young actors in the entertainment industry.
Finally, we are heading to UCSI for a special straight interview segment, where we ask people about their thoughts on gender equality in today's society. One key question: are women only seats on the MRT in line with gender equality? Let's turn it over to our live reporter, Amber, to hear what people have to say.
Thank you, Francine. Hello, I'm Amber, and welcome to our special interview program today. Nowadays, the government has introduced the measure of MRT Women's Coach, which has aroused extensive discussion among the community. On one hand, many women believe that this policy could provide a safer and more comfortable traveling environment and reduce the risk of sexual harassment. But on the other hand, many think that this is a kind of gender segregation and even an unfair practice. In the face of different voices, we are here in UCSI Radio to hear about different views from students on this measure. Let's find out everyone's view. Excuse me, can I have an interview with you about MRT's Women Coach? All right, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Teddy, currently studying data science, year 2, sem 2.
All right. Do you know about the MRT's Women Coach in Malaysia?
Yes, I'm aware of it. It's designed for women in MRTs.
In your opinion, what are the main benefits of having a women-only coach?
I don't see a strong benefits for the woman coach only but it is used to reduce the sexual harassment.
In your experience, do you think that women's only coach could improve safety for female passengers?
Yes, but the sexual harassment will still happen outside the station after the woman left the woman coach only MRT.
All right. Do you think men feel excluded or discriminated because of the appearance of women-only coach?
I think some of the men, they feel excluded because sometimes the woman coach only is underutilized due to the overcrowded during the peak hours.
If you could improve this policy, what changes would you do?
For the policies, I think it would be better if to increase the security measure, like improve the CCTV monitorings, increase the number of the officer on boards, and also increase the strict penalties for the offenders.
Do you think that awareness campaign should be conducted to educate passengers about respecting the policies for women's coach only?
I think the campaign, right, should be not only to educate the passengers, but also to educate the Malaysians, because a lot of Malaysians, they are not educated by respecting the gender equals, respecting each other, and also they couldn't behave themselves in public area. So some of my friends, right, when they are going out, they couldn't behave themselves and couldn't respect the women. They go to approach them for nonsense. They go to disturb them. So it is very unrespecting people. And also, I also try to stop them when going out.
All right, thank you so much for your time and for your interview. So public transport is an essential part for daily lives, and safety is a key concern, especially for women. To address this, Malaysia MRT actually implemented a women's-only coach, providing a designated area for women to stay on and provide a more comfortable space for women passengers. But is this an effective solution, or will this cause more division? And does this actually promote equality, or are there any better alternatives? Let's ask another student to find out what they really think about it. Let's go. Excuse me, can I have an interview with you about MRT Women's Coach?
Sure.
All right, can you give me a brief introduction about yourself?
So hi, I'm Kelly, currently year 3, sem 1, studying mass communication.
Do you know about the women's only coach in MRT?
Yes, I do.
In your opinion, what are the main benefits of having a women's only coach in the public space?
Firstly, it reduces the risk of sexual harassment. So women-only coaches provide a safer space for women by reducing the likelihood of unwanted advance or harassment. Besides that, it ensures less crowded and more comfortable cultures for passengers. So these cultures are often less crowded, offering a more comfortable and stress-free travel experience for women. Then it could raise awareness about gender-based issues. So the existence of women-only coaches highlight the prevalence of gender-based issues like harassment and the need for safer public spaces.
In your experience, do you think that women-only coach could improve the safety for female passengers?
I think yes. So women-only coaches generally improve safety for female passengers. They create a designated space where women feel more secure, especially during peak hours in crowded conditions. However, the effectiveness depends on the proper enforcement of the policy and public awareness.
All right, do you think men feel excluded or discriminated because of this policy?
I think some men might feel excluded or inconvenienced, especially if the general coaches are overcrowded. However, the policy is not intended to discriminate, but to address the specific safety concerns faced by women. So, if implemented and communicated effectively, most men would likely understand the necessities of such measures.
If you could improve on women's only policy, right, what changes would you make?
If for me, I think for the first, I will be increasing the number of coaches during the peak hours. So as this would ensure like both women only and general coaches are less crowded. So for the next one, I think it's strict enforcement of rules. So we need to ensure that men do not enter women only coaches, and that's which violators will be penalized. For next one, I think MRT might put a better signage and awareness. So they need to clearly mark down the women-only coaches and educate passengers about the purpose. And then also like maybe they could provide the feedback mechanism, like allow women to provide feedback on the effectiveness of the policy and suggest improvement.
All right, last question. Do you think awareness campaigns should be conducted to educate passengers about the respect for women's only coaches policy?
I think yes, because awareness campaigns are essentials. So many passengers may not fully understand the purpose of women-only coaches or like the challenges women face in public transport. So campaigns can help foster respect for the policy and encourage compliance, creating a safer and more inclusive environment for everyone.
All right, thank you so much for the interview. So through the interviews of students, we can tell that the MRTs of female policy differs, but almost similar. A lot of them think that MRT female coach makes women feel safer and also more comfortable for women to travel around places. And also it reduces the risk of sexual harassment because this sort of cases happens a lot, and not only in Malaysia, but also in other countries, especially in Japan and Malaysia. Of course, it will have this sort of issues. And it's got people thinking about gender issues, because why are women feel harassed when they're also in the same public spaces with others? But some people, not for the interviewers, they think that it makes male passengers feel very left out, or they feel very discriminated, and it makes people wonder about like gender equality, discrimination, and it makes people also wonder about if this sort of public safety is good for the long run or not. It might be a solution in the short run, but it will definitely not be the optimal run for the long run. Most students, as we have interviewed, recognize the benefits of the policy, but they also suggest improvements to be made. For example, having more coaches, more better signage, and also public decency. To not be a bad person to commit sexual harassment on public spaces, and also, of course, increase the security overall. The discussion shows that this is very important, even though women's coach made a lot of made a lot of discussions among people and citizens, but it also shows that there is a need to improve more and make us think about whether gender equality and discrimination should be improvised and be more noted. That's all from me, and thank you, and back to the studio.
Thanks to Amber for her insightful street interviews. Gender equality is truly a thought-provoking topic that continues to shape our society. These are the news updates we have for you today. Thank you for tuning in and staying with us. I'm Francine, and it has been a pleasure bringing you the latest stories. Stay informed, stay engaged, and keep the conversations going. Remember, knowledge empowers us and to understand the world better. Wishing you all a wonderful day ahead, and we will see you next time.